So now that you know what an experience it is to have Dr. Zehnder as a teacher in class, let's ask some faculty and students why he's so special to them. All right, we are now here with Mr. Kale. We're going to ask Mr. Kale, why is Dr. Zehnder a legend here at Trinity?
There is nothing greater than a Zehnderism. Dr. Z has so many of the really cool, neat, and wonderful things. And I'll tell you what, though, in the history of Trinity High School, Dr. Z is probably one of the most intelligent people we have that works here at Trinity. If you go beyond his humor and his jokes, you'll find a world of wisdom. And he tries to impart that wisdom to all of his students all the time through humorous ways.
Smart and funny. Now we're here with Mr. Amick. Now, Mr. Amick had Dr. Zehnder way back in the dark ages when he went to Trinity. Mr. Amick, what was it like having Dr. Zehnder as a teacher?
It was always interesting. I think he tended to keep the class lively with his sense of humor, which is, I think anyone who's had his class knows what I'm talking about. Enjoyable.
We are now here with Mr. Henning. Now, Mr. Henning has known Dr. Zehnder for a very long time. Tell us, what makes Dr. Zehnder a good person?
Dr. Zehnder is a great person, great person, because he gives so much to other people. A lot of times when you think of Dr. Zehnder, you think of the jokes and how funny he is, but he's given his life to places like Trinity High School. He gives so much energy to what he does. There are people who talk about how he taught them decades ago and the lessons they've learned from him, and I know I'm a better teacher and a better person by watching and learning from Tom Zehnder every day.
Dr. Tom Zehnder, a great educator. Now we're here with Mr. O. Mr. O had Dr. Zehnder a few years ago. Tell us, do you have any interesting experiences that kind of stick out from your tour with Dr. Zehnder?
Yes, Ben. I have many interesting experiences. Some of which are more appropriate to share than others.
Of course.
The thing that sticks out in my mind about Dr. Zehnder is that I had him when I was a junior. I'm not entirely sure that he knew any of our names, except for one student named Andrew Willebrink, whom he affectionately called the Wildebeest every day for the entire semester.
So Dr. Zehnder has touched a lot of lives as he's been here through Trinity. However, not many people can say that they've had a room right next to him. Tell me, Mr. Holtzknecht, what's it like having the very enthusiastic Dr. Zehnder right next to your classroom?
Well, it's a real pleasure. I always tell my guys that the lucky thing about having me and tuition is that really you get two classes for the price of one, because you get to hear me talk and you get to hear him talk and carry on and do his thing right next door at the exact same time. So religion, economics, all in one period.
What a great educator. He's actually doubling the educational standard here that we have at Trinity. Awesome.
Amazing.
All right, now we are finally here with the famous Dr. Zehnder. Dr. Zehnder, what exactly is it that makes your class so interesting, and what do you try to do to try to get folks to learn?
Well, I'm glad you say it's interesting. Many years ago, well, let's put it this way, education ought to be fun. And there's an old saying, if you can get the mule's attention, you might be able to get him to do some work. And one that I've found, particularly among adolescent young men, is that a little humor can go a long way. There's an old saying, you teach in an all-boys school, the dumber the better. Take it with a grain of salt, but if you keep them interested, if you keep them paying attention, generally they'll do two things. Number one, they'll learn something, and secondly, and most importantly, they'll want to learn. You'll turn them on to the subject matter, so to speak. I've got more degrees than a thermometer. I can tell you offhand that I've sat through some very, very, very boring classes in high school, college, and in graduate school. And I guess I kind of become the teacher that if I were in a class, the kind of teacher that I would want to have, if that makes sense to you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for not only trying something new, but also for being here at Trinity for so long. Thank you very much.
People vote with their feet, and if I'd enjoy what I do, I would be here for 38 years or whatever it's been. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Zehnder.
Is that it?
Of course, Dr. Zehnder is a really, really funny guy, but I hope you all realize now that he's a terrific educator and somebody that Trinity is truly blessed to have for so long. Thank you, Dr. Zehnder. I'm Ben Satterthwaite. Now back to you guys in the studio.